Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Flagstaff Superlight 29 BHS bunkhouse travel trailer. Guys, picked a pretty cool unit here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, try to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, leave plenty of room for your awning to come out. I've only got about halfway right now. Then on your off campsite, I want you to think about leaving plenty of room for your slides to come in and out, and then leave yourself a nice walking path, because the next thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power cord is going to plug in right behind your tires on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Your camp water is going to be over toward the campsite on the very rear of the unit. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing we're going to do is level our unit. Now your unit does come with a power tongue jack. You got a night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply raise or lower the unit until you're level. Now one this long, I recommend having your slides in, measure it out, see where the middle's at, stick a level on, and then when you're running that up and down, have someone watch that bubble for you. Once you got your unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. I do want to mention, if you lose power, underneath this rubber stopper right here is a manual override for that hand crank right there. So you can get this up and down if you don't have power. Once you get our unit level, we're going to stabilize it. Power stabilizing jacks on your unit, one on each corner, one in the back corner for the rear. Here they are. As I start to extend this, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, and hot blacktop in the summer. Run these down on top of those pads that you can pick up with your 10% off coupon. You may have to straighten your legs now and then. Make sure to keep this loose so it is flexible. Run these down just until they are taut. That's it. Once it feels like it's going to start lifting the unit, go ahead and stop. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. We already have our unit level. All we want to do is run these down till they're taut to stabilize the unit. Sit, retract to run them back up. Show you your rear ones real quick. Again, right back in the other corner is your control for that. Stand. You just run those down for a second to show you running them down. I'll run them back up. Once we got our unit level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Big, long 50 amp cord, 30-foot cord. Plugs in on the back here. Now the way these new ones plug in, it's a pistol grip here. Put it in and twist it to the right. Once it's to the right, put this black washer on. Now at the end of that 50 amp cord, should you need to plug in at a campsite, we have a dog bone, they call it. Goes from 50 down to 30. And then you can go down from 30 to 15 or 110 if you need to plug in at home. Just run your appliances accordingly. If you're running off 110, you don't want to be popping a bunch of breakers. Got our power hooked up. Let's go ahead and hook up our water. Real easy on this unit. You do have another night docking light. City water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. Don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, and this water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. It's going to protect the lines in your unit. Use this when putting fluid in. Hook that up, hook your hose up. You don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. Coming down your campsite, just above your tires, here's your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left it out last time you were camping, draining your hot water heater. Throw some plumber's tape around that, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Get that in there nice and tight. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn on that hose. Now, after that hose has been on for a little while, our unit's already level and stable. You can go inside, deploy your slides. I'll show you how to do that when we get inside. But deploy your slides just so that you can get to all your water taps. Go through the unit, open up your water taps. Once you have a nice steady flow of water running through them, shut them off, and you know your hot water heater is full. Then you can turn this on from indoors. If your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out here and look to see if these are bubbled up. If they are, simply press them back in. They're a reset valve. This is your overflow valve. Now let's say we're going to go camping. We're not going to hook up at a campsite. We're going to go boondocking, or dry camping as they call it. In that case, we're simply going to fill our potable water tank, which is just above your power. Fresh water here, no need for a water pressure regulator. Simply fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two, on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and black and gray tanks, there's also a fresh water button. Once this is full, remove the hose, put your cap back on, and then when you want to utilize this water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. All right, we're all set for power and water. Let's go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Got your off-camp side in the rear here. We'll start with your separate entryway door. Be sure to keep this locked. That'll hold the door open. Again, your freshwater power, your freshwater drain. To drain that tank, you'll just pull on that white handle. Come down the side of your slide here. Some storage. Black and gray holding tanks there. Those will be easier access when your slides close. In your storage here, your sewage hose. This is a hand crank for a manual override for your slides. I'll show you where those get used. You also have a griddle, a table for that griddle, and a side table. I'll show you where all those hook up on the other side. Night docking light, again, up front. Power. Check your battery posts now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time. Propane also comes on a regulator. So point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty loosey to open. Underneath your propane tank and between your battery here is your battery disconnect. This will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector inside. Again, your front stabilizing jacks. Your wire for solar, you can plug in a solar panel right here and that'll trickle charge your batteries. There's one of the holes for the manual override for a slide. And there's the other one. Also prep for a TV out here. 110 and cable hookup. Here's where you can mount your TV. Underneath here's your low point drain. We dump both those when leaving the campsite. So over here is where your table, griddle, and prep table will hook up. It'll set right on there with a quick connect LP right there for that. Again, your hot water heater. It's a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot, and also make sure nothing's blocking it. Outdoor speakers, porch light. That's a vent for your microwave. Another snap to hold your entryway door open. Besides your griddle for down there, you also have this griddle. Pull that out like so. Take this quick connect it onto here. Actually, this one by itself should connect onto here. So this one will go with your griddle that's in your storage. You also have a spray port on this side. that this spray handle will hook into. That can also, you also have a outdoor shower on the back side here. Here's where you put your antifreeze in. This is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite and dumping your black tank. City water connect, cable and satellite hookup. You also prep for a Furion backup camera device you can purchase. It sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Electronically communicates with this piece, giving you a backup camera for the unit. And then a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year and check the seams of your roof. Caulk as needed. Make sure you use the proper caulk for RV roofing. That about covers everything on the outside. Be sure to keep your outdoor kitchen locked. So, bringing these steps down, I'm going to show you in your bedroom here. In this case, you'll have to have your awning closed in order to get these steps down. So I will show you on this end how easy these come up and down. Make sure your exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this can catch on it. See, it just steps up inside, sets in like so. Your legs are adjustable. Simply press in on this, and then you can slide your leg up and down. Coming up inside your unit, first thing I'd like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. To your left as you come in, I'll start all the way at the top. Tire pressure monitoring system. You have one that comes with this system. I will send you a video specifically from Truck System Technologies on how to use that. There's a barcode you can scan for that. Lippert One Control app. Get this on your phone at the App Store or Google Play. You can control your awning, your slide outs, and your lights all from your phone. Here's your 2 slide controls. Up here's where you check your tanks, your brand new battery, fresh tank. That's when I said you can push to tell when your potable water is full. Black and gray tanks. Over here's your awning. I'm gonna finish extending that out. So you're only gonna want to run this awning out until your flap falls down to 90 degrees. That flap right there, and you can see your brown bar. That's as far as you want to run that. That will, a lot of things long, that will run itself past that point and start rolling itself up backwards. They have not designed one to stop at the proper point yet. So make sure you keep an eye on your awning as you're running it out. As I continue running that back in, here's your Wi-Fi extender. Step light, awning light, porch light, and interior light. We'll shut your awning light off. Shut your porch light off. And awning's in. Continue the tour. Immediately to your right as you come in is your RV Technology sound system. There is a remote for that. Touch this to shut your mute off. So whatever's blue is over here is on. Shut it off indoors. Now it's just up into the front bedroom. Now it's outdoors. Now it's all 3. AM, FM, Bluetooth, TV sound through it, HDMI's, really nice system. Touch it once to mute it, hold it in to shut it off. Around the corner here is your TV. Turn on your insignia here. It is on a swivel mount. Just grab both sides when you pull it out away from the wall there. Self-explanatory microwave. Below that, light and fan. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. And some more lighting over here. Panel light. Just turn this to light or to high. Hit your spark. Once your gas is filled and on, these are all light up here. Same thing on your oven. Turn it to light right here. Once you light it over here, turn it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light anymore. Rock that down for an oven light. You have an extension over here. Come around the corner here is your thermostat. Go ahead and change this mode, or excuse me, system to cool. I have to turn our temperature down here to get, come on. And there it goes. Get that running. You have a quick dump on these as well. Shut off. Or not zone, system. Shut that to off. Now the AC generally shuts off kind of quick, as it did. Now I'm going to change it to heat. Let you hear your heat come on. And then you'll notice the heat fan, after turning it off, takes a few more minutes to cycle through than the AC fan does. 110, GFCI protected. There's your heat kicking on. Make system off, and you'll hear that does take a few minutes to run through it. Below that on the floor is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volts, always running off your battery. So if you are boondocking or dry camping and you have nothing plugged in charging your battery, if you're going to be gone for the day, use that battery disconnect to keep this running your battery down while you're gone. Into your bathroom, your lighting here. You do have a hand crank open, power exhaust fan in here, 4 different levels. GFCI reset on this 110. For travel, make sure that your shower door is snapped open. Come back in your bedroom here. Your lighting up here are one touch. If you touch it once, you got a blue light. Hold it in, a nice reading light. Over here's your inverter, 110 and USB ports. Same thing on this light. Do have a little bit of storage underneath here that shows you access. Your drawers here, and then access to everything in the outdoor storage, all your griddle stuff. Again, your separate entryway. You are prepped for a television back here. AC sensor prep. This unit is prepped. You can put a second AC in here. This is where the sensor is for it. The biggest thing in this bedroom is when leaving, make sure that nothing's in the way of this slide. Coming back through. Let's close our bunk room and talk about our fridge. Magic Chef fridge. The biggest thing I want to tell you on this is for travel, make sure you have that over. Down below your fridge is going to be a breaker box and fuses. A handful of 15s, a 5, a 30. So a little variety there. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. Into our bunk room. This top bunk, simply lift it up, stays up on hydraulics. Make sure you lock your door. This all lay out into a bunk area or a gaming. You can spin it around like this, set like so. TV backer here. There's actually an extra TV mount inside your Flagstaff bag. So if you want to mount a TV in here or in your other bedroom, already comes with a mount. Here's your lighting, lots of storage, and your ladder, which stores best up here for travel. That about covers everything on the inside. I should have a smoke alarm up here. There it is. And lastly, your Go Power GP Electric solar control panel controller. What this does is it controls the amount of power that goes to your battery from your solar, so it doesn't overcharge it. I will send you another video from GP Electric on this. So you have 3 videos, one on your tire pressure monitoring, one on your solar, and this one here on your unit. Take your remotes, Put them in this drawer so you know where they're at. Toilet paper mount in there. All your Flagstaff stuff is up here, along with your TPS system. So what I like to do when closing the unit up is shut off my interior lights, because then I can walk through the unit and see any individual lighting I may have left off. Now, before I go any further, folks, let me go ahead and show you how to turn your sofa into a bed. Back cushions, simply Velcro on. Lift up in the front. It's best to stand in the middle, gives you good leverage. Hold your legs out. Lay the back down. And just that quickly, you have a bed. For over here, flick this yellow button to the left. That'll lay your table down. Set it on these lips here. Put the cushions on back. Gives you a whole nother sleeping area here. Putting your bed away, make sure you lift this back up before you lift the front, otherwise you could damage it. Jackknife this back down. Return your cushions. Just that quickly, you're back to a sofa. So back to my lighting. That allows me to walk through and shut off any individual lighting that I can't shut off from my main control panel. So with all that done, I'll turn our main light back on and say doors and drawers. Go through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede any slides from coming in. Again, shower door snapped open. This door snapped open. You don't want this banging around it either. Come to our control panel. We'll slide number 2 in, which is going to be our back bedroom. I like to start with that one, that way I can see. Again, make sure everything's cleared away from between the end of your bed and your dresser. It's okay to hear that noise. We'll do the living room now. That's just a slide mechanism telling itself not to come in any further. Make sure your dinette extension is down. Shut off our interior lights, exit our unit. I like to look and make sure I've shut off my porch light's still on. These rocker lights, it's hard to tell when they're on or off. Lights are all off. There it goes. Make sure this exterior door is all the way open again. We don't want this catching on it. Set this up inside. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. At this point, bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. Unhook our power, our water, and our cable. If we are at a campsite, we'll dump this low point drain. Again, if you remember, right underneath your freshwater tank will be access to dump that freshwater drain. Lastly, go to your hot water heater. Open up your pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remainder of your hot water out of your hot water heater. Push this down, otherwise your door won't close. Then you can pull your drain plug. Hook up our hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Remember, your dump is going to be toward the front of the unit, just right where your slide came in here. Once you park, take your 10-foot hose, comes to your convenience pack, hook that up, and the first handle we're going to pull is that black handle. Now after that black handle sounds like it's no longer draining, or someone opens the entry doorway and presses the black tank button, sees that it's empty, leave that black handle open, come around here to your tank flush, again with your water pressure regulator, hook up the hose at the dump station and let that hose run for a good 5 minutes. Wash all that nastiness out of your black tank, shut that off, make sure your black tank finishes draining from the washout. Once it is, close your black handle and come right down here to your gray handle. Now your gray handle is going to be cleaner water. It's your sinks and your showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. And you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Flagstaff for many years to come. Happy camping.